Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about another very important topic for ngStyle directive, that is how to use ngStyle directive with method and ternary operator in a combined way. Okay. Prior to this session, we talked about how to use ternary operator condition in a normal way, right? Because that is very important to understand prior to the session, as now we are going to talk about the method, and in that method we are going to use the ternary operator. Okay, so by the end of this session we will be able to understand how to write a logic for applying the customized styling on HTML elements using ngStyle directive and method with the ternary operator. Okay, but before we proceed further, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic. Because for timing, we are just mainly focusing on how to use ngStyle directive with method and ternary operator. Okay. Alright, so I think now the agenda is clear. So let's get started. Firstly, what we will talk about the requirement, and the requirement is very simple and straightforward. What we will do in this class of TS file, I mean app.component.ts file, here in this TS file we will create one variable named status, and for now I am assigning the value as true. Okay, so this thing is edit. Now this variable will help us to decide which type of styling we want to apply to a text. Okay, so if the value is true, we will show something differently. If value is false, we will show something differently. For example, if the status is true, in that case I want to apply the background color as red and size of the font as 50 pixel. Whereas if the status value is false, in that case I will set the background color as a red and the size of the font as 100 pixel. Clear? So this is our overall requirement which we want to implement, not directly but using method, because we know one approach through which we can directly implement this logic using directly the ternary operator. But here we will use the ternary operator but inside a method, just to make the code more optimized and clean. So for that, firstly we need to import one module here, that is common module. So just simply go in this import section, write here common module and enter. So once you write this line, it will automatically add this line, import line. Okay, so common module is added. Now you can save it. Once it is saved, you can simply go to app.component.html file. Here one heading is already coming, which is Angular Directives demo by Tech Sharmit. Now you can write here H2. In this H2 we will write Angular ngStyle directive in Angular with method and ternary operator. ngStyle directive in Angular with method and ternary operator. Now this thing is added. Now what next we will do here, we will simply go and create one div. So let's add the div. In this div we will simply write ngStyle, and this module is this directive is coming from common module, and that is why it is very important to go in this TS file and import this common module, because if it is not there, it will not allow you to import the or use the ngStyle directive. Okay, so now what we wanted to do, we wanted to apply some styling in a very simple way to this text which I am writing here inside this. So let's write dynamic styling using ngStyle directive. Okay, and here instead of writing the ternary operator and logic here, I will simply use one method, that is get get style. And this is not a fixed name, like this is not predefined method, this is something that we are going to create. So you can use any name, but make sure that wherever it is you are using this method, use it with the same name, otherwise it will cause some errors. Okay, so here we have added this thing, get style. Now currently it is showing error because it is not there in the app component file. So we will simply copy a get style from here, go to TS file. In this TS file we will define in this method, so just simply write like this, get style, then opening closing curly braces. Inside this we will write return, then we will add curly braces. In this curly braces we will apply the color as per the requirement. So let's apply the background. After a background you will check the status, this dot status. If it is true, then in that case we will set the color as green. Okay, else we will set the color as red. Okay, so background is this dot status question mark green or red. So if the background is if the status is true, it will set the green color, else it will set the color as red. Okay, now next thing, let's verify this first and then we will apply the next property. So simply go here and write ngServe -- open and wait for few seconds. It will wait for few seconds and then it will show you the output. In case if there is any error, it will show that error, otherwise it will simply show the output. So you can see here we are getting this output. Okay, now let's say instead of only color we also want to apply the font size. So for that what we will do, we will simply write here the next property, that is font size. And remember one thing, this is completely case sensitive. So if you are writing something with a capital S, make sure to write it in a same way, otherwise it won't work. So here you can see we have font size where S is capital, so you have to write it in a same way. Okay, fine. Now here we will check this dot status question mark, then here I will set the value as 50 pixel, then colon, then we will set the next value, that is 100 pixel, and save it. So once you save it, refresh it, you will see that the text is coming with a 50 pixel font size and the background color is green. Okay, now my question is it dynamic? Yes it is. Why? Because if you change the value of this true to false, it will automatically change the required thing. So now you can see the font size has been changed to 100 pixel and now the background color is red. And it is not always fixed that you have to use either red or green. You can select any color. For example, I want the color as yellow, so I can simply use yellow. Okay, so it doesn't matter like what you want, what type of color is, like color is not mandatory thing. You can use any property, it is up to you, like as per your requirement you can create. But usually when we talk about the active or inactive status, we mostly go with the green and red combination. Okay, it shows the positive negative value, but again it is totally dependent on the requirement of your project. If the project requirement is different, accordingly you can change the customized thing. But here we are just talking about the main concept, the concept of using method with ngStyle directive along with the ternary operator. So I think now this thing is clear to all of you, and if still you have any questions regarding this session, or maybe for any particular session in the playlist, or you have any suggestion for the playlist, you can simply put your feedback in the comment section, so that if there is any query, I'll try my best to help you out there. And if there is any suggestion, I'll be more than happy to consider it, and if it is feasible, I'll try to implement that as well. Okay, in fact, if you think there is any particular session which you need from my end, you can simply suggest me in the comment section. Okay, so I think now we are good, and in this session we just discussed about the method benefits of using method. The benefit is why we are considering it as a benefit? Because here you can see in the HTML file we are not writing any complex logic, we are just simply using the method and making it more compact and clean code, right? And everything is processed inside this TS file. So yeah, that's all for today. I hope it is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.